Mercedes says that its new S Class limousine is the most advanced car in the world ever. And it's basing this claim on the fact that this car is stuffed full of equipment, all focused on quality, comfort, technology, safety. In fact, it says it should even be able to drive itself. Now, these are very big claims, and we've brought a group of What Car readers along to put them to the test.
Having looked at the pictures online, having read the various magazines, seen the spy shots, it's everything you want it to be, everything I wanted it to be. And as an environment, it's just luxury. I've got an S Class at the moment, and I thought, what's the new one going to do that's different? And it doesn't do anything totally different, but it just does everything slightly better. Everything is just a touch above, and the levels of quality and standard of finish. I think the real thing for me, I love the screens. They're particularly good, and there seem to be so many settings, it's incredible. But that level of technology is so different to you see in the competitors' cars, which just isn't there yet. In the back, it's luxurious and very long, and I can imagine it'd be lovely to be chauffeured around, but I prefer to drive them. I can't imagine they've done anything different and ruined it. I did worry about the steering wheel from the pictures you saw in advance, but when you see it in the flesh, it just works.
I love the styling of it. They've kept the old styling with a few tweaks outside, which I think is going to conform to old S-Class owners who actually quite like a conservative modernisation of their car. Would I want the styling to be more radical on the outside? I don't know. I think it does very well, but we're looking at a Mercedes that's hardly differentiating from the old model. In terms of the internals, a massive step forward, I think. Beautiful quality, lovely tactility, etched metal, something you probably not see in a German car. I think there may be a British designer involved in this, but I do think the metal that they've used, the touch of the leathers, also the pure design away from form and function, I think has led to something quite beautiful in terms of a car. And given that we've seen many S-Classes, it certainly appeals to the European aspect of design. The car itself, I believe, is only another 14 millimeters longer than the outgoing long wheelbase model. I feel that you're getting something of at least 4 inches extra in terms of that back seat. So it's the internals and the treatment of the seats that seems to be fundamentally better. You're sitting in the seat, not on the seat.
I mean, this is a hybrid version, the first S-Class hybrid. So this, I believe, is a 4-litre hybrid. The preview pictures hadn't done it justice. I think this actual model doesn't have an AMG pack on it. It already looks quite aggressive from the outside. The complete LED arrangement is phenomenal. I don't think there's a single bulb in this car that isn't LED, which is pretty impressive. Internally, I think it's very fresh. It's very innovative. You know, if you compare it to the previous S-Class, there is a huge change, while still keeping some of the trim from the previous model. So for owners that actually want to just upgrade, they kind of feel very comfortable that they know what they're upgrading to. Lumbar support to massages, to panoramic sunroof, and everything can all be done not only through the switches and gadgets around the car, but also through the navigation. I'm not so keen on the rear entertainment. I think it not being integrated in the headrest means that, you know, it makes it a little fussy at the back when it could have been cleaner lines. But I think the biggest issue here is you've got quite a large display at the front. I think for rear passengers, they wanted at least 10 or 12-inch screen. You can't get that in a headrest. So you either have to integrate it somehow or integrate it into the seat.
The way they've incorporated the rear seats and the design of the interior from the front dashboard to the rear bulkhead, it's just brought the new S-Class to a whole new level. The attention to detail that Mercedes have done on this particular model, from the seat belts which incorporate the airbags, to the rear bulkhead, to the ambient lighting, this car's just set apart from anything else. My only criticism at the moment would be the design of the checkered seats, but that's an optional extra which is to people's choice. People will not only buy it to be sat in, but they'll also buy it so that they can drive it.
Now, despite all that extra equipment, the new Mercedes S-Class is actually only 2% more expensive than the old model. The first cars don't go to customers until October, but we've already driven it, so search Mercedes S-Class on whatcar.com for more information.